Football tonight, good old prop shot with my boy Gronk. I am back in studio in Los Angeles. Lions, Cowboys, oh boy. What a game. What a week 14. We're going to get you set for the slate over on FanDuel Sports. We also, Pro Bowl Safety Justin Simmons, best friend of the show, bunch of injuries, some teams that need a safety net right now. I'm a bit of a matchmaker. I don't know if we can put that on my bio, on my resume. I'm a bit of a matchmaker with some of these players and teams. So might got to Green Bay, heard of it, so we can try to make something happen for Justin Simmons, at least get some honest answers out of him what's going on around the league. And so we have got him on the show. And then I tweeted for questions for the game-breaking wizard that is Marcus Jones. If you don't know about Marcus Jones, what he's doing every week, I'm going to tell you again. And then he decided that he can pop out of the show today. They got a bye week. They got the Bills. They are 11-2, these Patriots. He's making a huge play every week. What are your questions for him? Put them in the chat now. Welcome to the program. I do believe, Matthew Hamilton, I'm back. I decided to come visit you.
You do believe you're back or you're back?
I believe I'm here.
Okay.
I believe, let's dab it out. I have a question for you. Is Kevin Durant on the program?
He is on the program.
When?
Tomorrow.
Kevin Durant on the program tomorrow. Gronk was on the program. Today we have Justin Simmons. Today we will have a very fun show setting the slate for you. Love that Kevin Durant will be on the program. Have many a question to ask him. I've got Cowboys Commanders in D.C. on Netflix Christmas. Lions Cowboys is tonight. So before we dig into any of that, let's take a look at the slate, shall we? 3 matchups with first place on the line in their respective divisions. Colts 1.5-point faves at Jacksonville, even though the Jags are they're 10-0 at home. What?
10 straight over the Colts in Jacksonville.
Blue? Daniel? I was at Daniel's old house yesterday, MetLife. Yeah, I'm sure he misses that a lot. We've got Ravens Steelers in Baltimore. Lamar did practice yesterday. Ravens 5.5-point faves there. I also would like to say, hey, Mark Andrews, I thought they were trading you. I thought they didn't even like you. Aren't you done? Nope, signed his big 3-year extension yesterday. Coming into the year, people kind of thought, he gone. Not the case. So DaCosta, good for you. Way to do your thing. They got to really turn it around. That game against the Bengals was a crazy. We'll see what the Ravens can do to bounce back, and maybe somebody wants to win the AFC North. Maybe somebody does. And then there's the big boy, Bears Packers. Couldn't be more excited. At Lambeau, what's the weather? Can we check the Hamilton on the 9s, Doppler on the 9s here? This is the NFC North on the line. That's a division every freaking buddy wants to win. That everyone's beating each other up. The Packers 6.5-point faves. Let's not forget Caleb, undefeated at Lambeau. He's 1-0 in his career. Can he make it 2-0? What kind of weather are we getting for that bad boy?
We got a high of 16, a low of 1
But
degree.
no like flurries, no James
Doesn't look
Winston.
like. There's some snow in the forecast potentially for Friday. Nothing for Sunday.
That could change in a minute.
It's true.
Let's remember, I was in Wisconsin like 2 weeks ago, and it was like, oh, beautiful, beautiful. I was fishing, and then the next day there were 10 inches of snow. So I would like some snow. I would like some snow in this game.
Be nice.
Yeah, I'd be into that. And then the Bears will just get running all over these Packers. You as someone who likes to put me in bad positions my entire life, do you think I should probably make a pick for this game?
Yeah.
No?
Let's do it tomorrow. You got Mike Singletary on the show tomorrow, too, ahead of that game. You can make a pick with him and pick the Packers to his face.
I will not do that ever. He is terrifying and wonderful, and we love Mike Singletary. He's on the show. Kevin Durant's on the show. Everybody's on the show. Marcus Jones on the show. Go vote Derek Brown into the Pro Bowl, by the way. We got him into the top 10. He's in the top 10, not close enough to the top. Got to get him there. I'm all over the place. That's okay, because we've got a good one tonight. Lions and Cowboys. Oh, boy. Lions 3-point faves over Dallas. Huge for both teams, of course. We want to focus on the Dallas Cowboys. Ratings going up as I go. They get the ratings, they're under the bright lights, and they're really good. Football is the best right now. And you can say it's because, the Patriots, well, you could say, like, the Chiefs are bad, so there's some parity. The fact that the Bears are good and the Cowboys are good is why this league is so on fire right now. To me, I think business is booming and better booming when those two squads are good. And I'd like to focus on Dak Prescott, because he has truly, I have not talked to Dak in a really long time. I think out of the 32 quarterbacks, I probably have gone the drought is the longest between me saying hi or seeing him anywhere. I haven't seen Dak. I haven't given you enough love, okay? From K to Dak. I think this is the game. On the national stage, everyone will be giving you your love, and we can make your foray into the MVP conversation a bit more serious. He's tied for a distant third right now with Jordan Love at plus 1,600. A win over Detroit, which would not only give them 4 straight wins, 1, 2, 3, 4, but also give him back-to-back wins over the Eagles, Chiefs, and Lions. It's so insane. Then that vaults you up there. Then I think you're a lot closer to Drake, May, and Stafford, and everyone's talking about you, not just me here this morning. A big reason the team started winning, again, was because the defense has been playing better since the Quinnen and Logan Wilson deals. But make no mistake, they've been able to stay afloat and re-enter the playoff convo because of the guy at number 4. And I don't, he's got the weapons, but I don't want the Pickens and the CD and all of it to take away from what he's done. He's really having a brilliant season overall. Even saying he's been on fire over the 3-game win streak is not saying enough. He's averaging 314 yards per game over the stretch, a league-best 8 touchdowns, while leading the league in yards per attempt and passer rating as well. So he's airing it out, he's taking shots, he's making it happen. And beyond just the numbers, he's been so clutch this year, okay? Dispelling some of these narratives. 4 of his 6 wins this season are fourth quarter comebacks. 4 of 6. That's always sort of been part of his game that people don't give credit to. And that's almost the most he's had in a single season since his rookie year back in 2016. Dak's really, he's just shining. He has an opportunity here down the stretch. He can sort of do what's really hard to do, maybe harder than a run like this or a comeback like he does 4 of those 6 times, or that little tumble into the end zone you saw. Maybe the hardest thing to do in the NFL as a player is to change how you're looked at. I really do. I think it's the hardest thing, how you've been labeled through your career, early in your career. It's hard to get rid of, okay? He could do that, I think, down the stretch. With these games, with what he's doing together, he's got to beat the Lions, though. He's got to beat the Lions tonight in a really meaningful game. For FanDuel Sportsbook, go to there. Plus 700 to win the NFC East. A victory over Detroit moves them within a game of Philly. And now we've got something. If the Eagles lose to the Chargers on Monday night, that drops them down to half a game. I need to get Deshaun Jackson on the show. I need to talk to some Eagles. We got to reach out to some of our friends here and talk about them. But the Cowboys making the playoffs, that becomes a real possibility here that I'm excited about. Lions, by the way, let's get into that side really quick. They've been heading into a different direction as they try to save their season here, dropping 3 of their last 5. Not enough people are blaming me for that. Great game I was at the other week, but they could blame me and say that they won that game though.
They did win that one.
Oh, so yeah, I need to beat every game.
That's more the vibe, I think.
That's more the vibe. Okay, I need to beat every game. I like that, especially an indoor game. Put me in that dome, I'll be happy as a little clam.
You're not going to Lambeau in 1 degree weather? No?
You know what's so funny? I'll start. Given the opportunity, and I'm home this weekend, which I have not been home since July, I feel like. I could go to that game, I could go to Lambeau. I'm blessed. I could go. Not a chance. and that makes me not a real fan. And that makes me a witch. You could not get me 16-degree high in that stadium.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Do you know how cold?
Even with all the big coats?
Do you know how cold the benches are there at Lambeau? I've done that in September and not been super excited about it. You can't get drunk when it's that cold. It's miserable. I don't know how y'all do it. Maybe I'll share some pictures of me tailgating at Lambeau in the past. Because I'm saying all this, but then I'll put on a helmet and do a shot ski in about 3 seconds. So but I cannot see myself now going to that kind of a situation. But go Bears, go Pack, go. We'll see. Okay, back to the Lions. The Lions, here's the thing, and this is where Jake can cut it. 3, 2. The Lions need to save their season, okay? How do you do it? You got to jumpstart the passing game. They really miss Sam Laporta. That's clear. Amon-Ra. Game time decision. What does that mean for Jared Goff's yardage? We'll see. Jamison Williams was awesome. He's great. J-Mo against Green Bay. Tesla, get some chances here. They got to do something. If Amon-Ra, what's the latest on him?
Game time decision.
Game time decision.
Yeah.
Okay. I think tonight's the night to unleash Jahmyr Gibbs as a receiver. That is my elixir for this, okay? That is the Tylenol to fix, the Excedrin to fix this passing game migraine, okay? Give it to him. You can throw to Montgomery. Sure, fine. Free up tomorrow to go run some routes, fine. This isn't crazy. He played 77 snaps at receiver at his last year at Bama. We've talked to him about this. He can do this. We've seen him play a couple snaps per game at receiver this season. Not enough. He's got the hands. He's got the touchdown dances. He's got to go. Go route people up, okay? He looks like he's in 5x speed. He looks like what I listen to every podcast on. How fast can this go, okay? Micro Machines voice is what he look at. What he looks like is so crazy. That's fine. Give me some explosive plays, blah, 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 blah. Pull out all the stops. I need to see it all because if you lose tonight, Lions, what does it mean? Let's look at it. I don't know. What does it mean? You tell me. Serious jeopardy.
It means,
that's what it says.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What is it? Yeah. Where are they?
They are outside the playoff picture.
Can we look at the playoff picture?
They are 2 games in the win column behind the Niners. So you lose this one, it's an opportunity, a big missed opportunity to make up ground in that conversation. They're still in the mix for the division potentially if they win this one too. So
who do you have more faith in? The Lions, given their schedule and what's going on with them, passing game issues, Amon-Ra not playing, or the Niners, who are sitting there at 9-4 and nobody's talking about them?
Right now, I'd have to say the Niners. When you look at the schedule they have the rest of the way, it's pretty cushy. They're healthier. That defense obviously is never going to get back to full strength without Bosa and Warner, but the offense is finally healthy. I think I'd have to say the Niners now because those Lions injuries are enough reason to be concerned.
If you like to dabble, like we do, there's some amazing props for receiving for Jahmyr tonight on good old FanDuel Sportsbook numero uno. We want you to be a part of it. You look so cool in that photo. His line for receptions is... Jahmyr Gibbs' line for receptions is 4.5. His line for receiving yards is 36.5. I don't like that. That better not be indicative of it. Give him the ball. They need to. I also need you to score like 2 touchdowns. What is that? 2 plus is plus 240. Okay. Go have some fun there. Just saying, by the way, if you're looking for more props, Gronk and I made picks for tonight's game yesterday during Prop-A-Shot. I've got Jared Goff over 252.5 passing yards. I will be screenshotting the conversation between Hamilton and I during this game when that might not happen. George Pickens over 80.5 receiving yards and a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Gronk's got Dak Prescott over 268.5 through the air. Jahmyr Gibbs over 76.5 rushing yards. That's my favorite one of the day. That's my favorite one of the night. That's beautiful. And then Javonte Williams getting into the end zone. What do you think of that one?
I like that one.
Okay, sounds good.
He's been punching in a lot of them.
Thanks for helping, Hamilton. And if you're one of our new customers in Missouri, if you have a Kellen Winslow Mizzou jersey, you're going to want to do this. You can win up to $100 if you look at this. $100 if 1 point is scored. Thank you. We love you, FanDuel. Max bet at $50. So I don't want to see the tweets, oh, max bet $50. You're getting $100 if 1 point to score. You're welcome. After this, Justin Simmons on the show. We will also talk to the 11-2 Patriots. Marcus Jones will be here. Justin Simmons, always a pleasure on the Up and Adam Show. We'll be back. I like that one.
I do. I mean, he's been scoring a lot. Mm-hmm. I also think,
why is the yardage so low per rushing? What is the thought that it's just going to be low scoring? What's happening?
For who's Gibbs? For Gibbs' rushing? Or maybe they're thinking he's going to...
Am I crazy? 76.5 is low?
It's a little low.
It's not
Cowboys'
low?
run defense has been better lately.
Yeah.
He's had an interesting year, as far as his rushing totals. It's been huge rushing totals and then quieter ones.
Jerry is living his best life right now, and I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
I know they're in, but he looks good on a couple things right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny. Let him. I'm letting Jerry have his moment.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to let you have your moment. If Goff hits the over, I don't know if you even deserve a point with the way you're talking.
Oh, you're just this. You're such an asshole about this. See, everyone wants to say, oh, you give K power, it goes to... We let Hamilton own this one segment.
The smallest amount of power.
The smallest amount of power. Hey, do you want to do the prop-a-shot between Gronk and I? Gronk, Hamilton, you pick the props for the Thursday night games. Marketing was let's go, Ham, you pick it. You guys, this is what we want to do. It's so much fun. Gronk and I take it very seriously. We like each other a lot until we get to prop-a-shot, that thing. And then you just cheat to try to give... You take out all of your emotional whatever on me through Papa Shot. What do you mean? No, Hamilton wants me to lose and wants Gronk to win. That's what happens. He gives these lob ups. You gave him a mulligan. You handicapped his score. Are we what?
It wasn't a mulligan. It was he gave extra information to help our great viewers and customers.
So you just gave him a point in prop shot? That's
because he gave extra props that were very aggressive, and he was 100% right about.
Bullshit I've ever been a part of. It wouldn't fly in any. You wouldn't in any board game. That wouldn't fly. You get an extra $100 in Monopoly just because, like, I like how you skipped over there to Park Place. F you. You can't do that. What are we talking about?
I mean, he said Lamar is going to throw for 4 touchdowns and under 220
Madden
yards.
Isn't like I really like how you use the thing there. Like I'm going to give you spot you 7 here, touchdown. That doesn't happen. It's an objective.
The customers who listen to
your
Gronk
prop hits, you get a point. You don't get like I'm sucking up to Hamilton points.
It wasn't so. He was just right, and he helped our great viewers, our wonderful viewers. So he deserves extra points for that, and I stand by it.
When are you going home? Justin Simmons, woo, woo, woo! Give me that music video.
And intercepted, Justin Simmons. It's intercepted, Justin Simmons. Unbelievable, Justin Simmons.
Need him back on the field. Say it weekly, all of the time. Gonna say it more here, I'm sure. But 2-time Pro Bowler, 4-time All-Pro safety, Justin Simmons. I miss it. It's good to see you. I have enjoyed watching you break stuff down on Broncos X's and O's, though, with Benny Fowler. What has that been like?
That's been fun. It's even more fun because the team is playing lights out right now. And that's fun covering them with my friend Benny. Played with him 1 year, so it's been good.
Yeah, I mean, Broncos doing pretty well. What's your big takeaway from them as they look here? We can take a look at the AFC playoff picture. What makes them so fun in your eyes? Maybe that you didn't expect going into week 1 of this season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the biggest thing with Denver is the way that they're closing out in the fourth quarter. I think you can't replace experience, and I think that there's Baltimore, Buffalo, obviously Kansas City. These types of teams have had experience in the playoffs. Denver just went last year, played in Buffalo. But I think these fourth quarter comebacks that they're having is just instilling more and more confidence into them, and I think that that's really fun to watch. As a Denver fan.
So you're trying to sell me that these fourth quarter or overtime situations are a good thing?
I don't know if I'm selling you. If I remember correctly, I think you've been a big Denver.
I am.
Okay. So
but I want to live a long life.
That's fair.
I don't want to have a heart attack. I'd like my blood pressure to be in a normal range. I also think it must be exhausting for them to have these things happen in the fourth quarter all the time. Does it not take a toll? Is this like the good outweighs the bad kind of thing? They can win a Super Bowl like this with this fourth quarter overtime nonsense?
Why not? Best defense in the league. Bo Nix always finds a way in the final drive with the offense to get things going. Sean is a master at drawing up plays at a specific time on offense. And so why not Denver?
They had to play 90 snaps on Monday night, this defense.
They did.
Tell me what that would feel like getting back into the locker room or even on Monday. What does that what must that feel like for them?
Yeah, that's tough, especially coming off a bye week. You're so dominant for however many weeks in a row. And, you come back, you play Washington in Washington. Some people are looking at the record. Washington just a year ago was in the NFC Championship game. There's a bunch of different things that are going on there. And 90 snaps is a lot. And obviously we didn't see the Denver defense that we're used to seeing, but I just think it's off the bye. They're playing a good Washington team at home. It's a big game, on Sunday night. I think they're going to be fine the rest of the season.
I loved seeing those 90 snaps. I didn't love for any of the guys that I love in that locker room, but I did, I was thinking just Surtain walks right back and it's like, oh, I'm back, and 90 snaps off the go, and he played every single freaking one. And he was out there and it's like, welcome back to the Broncos defense. You mentioned Washington. You said they're a good Washington team. That's not what the world is saying. I mean, the Broncos haven't played anybody. There's a lot of nitpicking right now, which happens when you're a great team with a great record in a tough division. There's this like lesser opponents narrative. People are calling it fraudulent, right? Every time the Broncos start 10-2, they've made the Super Bowl, which I love, of course, but people think that they didn't beat good teams. What is your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, you could say that about any team, right? I mean, the Patriots play the Jets twice a year. They're playing Miami twice a year. You can just go down the list of every good team that you think is a good team in the NFL and find a way to put bad teams in that category. I think Denver is capitalizing on the teams that they're supposed to beat, right? Like we're talking about Dallas. You're talking about Dallas earlier in your segment. A must-win game at Detroit tonight, and Denver handled Dallas at home easily. And some would say right now that Dallas is hot. I know Skip Bayless would say that. So there's just a bunch of different things that go on with that, in my opinion. I think Denver is a really good team, and they're handling business the way that they need to.
I'm asking you all these vague questions. I'm annoying myself while I'm doing it. You do literally do X's and O's for the Broncos. I mentioned Surtain. He's back, played every snap. Can you tell me from your deep tape analysis what he looked like?
Deep tape analysis. Yeah, I think he looked like he was just getting back in rhythm, right? I think he had a couple of great PBUs. There's a couple plays there that I think he would love to have back, right? There's a touchdown to Terry, maybe a couple other passes in there, but I think Pat is still playing at a really, really, really high level. I think sometimes it gets overlooked because quarterbacks don't throw his way, and that's just been part of his MO since he's been in the league. And I think that's overshadowed with guys that are stepping up, like Nick Benito, Hufanga, J-Mac is playing really well at the nickel position, and I think there's so many other players there. They're doing great too.
Nick Benito is such a stud, and still like somehow not talked about in all of that. Mariota targeted him 11 times in coverage, which is absolutely crazy. I want to keep this like analysis going, and let's go to the offense here. Bo had this Mahomes-esque touchdown. I'd like you to tell me the degree of difficulty on this throw to Cortland.
No, it's insane. I think, the wherewithal of the pocket pressure, right? Escaping up front, feeling the defenders around you, knowing that you have a receiver, and just like trusting that you can make a play. And I think like these plays right here is the epitome of what Bo can do for this team. Like, of course, you can sit back, you do the check downs, you can make the safe play. But if you can make plays like this, like we've seen Mahomes make, Josh Allen make, Jalen Hurts make, I mean, there's so many quarterbacks you can name. I think just Denver just keeps growing and growing and growing. And it's really cool to see that Bo is taking that leap just in year two.
How much more improv do you want to see? Like, to me, I'm like, more, please, more. Hit the button, hit the improv button. Mahomes it up, more. What's like the right, what do you want to see?
Yeah, I think it's all part of Sean's scheme, right? I think they're setting up plays so that come time fourth quarter, these plays are going to hit. But also at the same time, right, it's also letting, and Sean said in his pressers, it's also letting Bo play the game. Like, they've won in the fourth quarter. I would like to think, just as a fan watching the game, I'd like to think they've been winning because it's been like 2-minute offense. It's like, okay, on the ball, snap it. We're running basic route concepts. The defense is giving us basic coverages, and I'm able to 1, 2, 3 run, or one throw, 2 check down, whatever it is. I think that's the success that they've been having in the fourth quarter, and I agree. From a fan's sake, I would just love to see more of that because that's where Bo is excelling. But I also understand from what's going to help us win the football game from a team mindset.
So do we need to go more up-tempo-ish? Is that what we're saying?
I think so. I'm not Sean Payton, though. I think he's calling it great. I think so, though. That's my opinion. Not every time, just to mix it up.
Yeah. Okay. Their division rival, who they crushed or crushing, I mean, the Chiefs, they need wins, my friend. They need wins. They are like 1-6 in one-score games, which is weird and opposite of last year. The defense struggled in crunch time. Why does this unit have trouble making plays when it matters most?
That's a great question. I just think, if anything, I think it speaks to their excellence in years prior. Like, we're now seeing that it's not just Mahomes is stepping on the field, and they're going to make every play that comes their way and win games. I think we're so accustomed to that. It's almost like the LeBron or the Jokic effect, right? It's like we're so used to seeing dominance that like dominance isn't enough anymore. And what's happening? And I think that's what's going on a little bit with KC. Like we're just not seeing them dominate the way that they're used to dominating, and they're just not making the plays that they're used to making, and it's costing them football games. So it's tough. I don't know if I could put one singular thing onto why they're not making the plays that they're not. At the end of the day, the teams that they're playing against are making them.
I was with Tyron on Monday. I was at Arrowhead. I was talking to him, and he's been this like lighthouse of like, they've got Pat, they can still do it. They've got Andy. And then he really was more realistic on Monday, saying like, let's talk about the future. Let's get them a running back. He was out on, I don't know if out isn't the word, because you're saying there's always a chance, but without saying there's always a chance because of Patrick or whatever, is there any reason to think that they can make it, or is this just not their year in your opinion?
No, absolutely. They absolutely can make it. They have Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce. The defense is still playing at a high level.
Yeah, but they've had them all season, pretty much.
Yeah,
outside of the wide receivers a little bit. Like, they've had Patrick every week. They've had Andy every week. So, like, at what point does this change? How much confidence do you have?
Listen, I'm not a KC fan at all. I hope they lose every single game moving forward. That would be the goal. But it's just, I have no reason not to believe that they're not going to make it. I think, they've been in the AFC championship game since Mahomes has been a starter in the NFL. Like, so I would put my money on them making it. But I hope that doesn't happen. I hope Denver makes it and that they go all the way.
Mahomes doesn't like you either. Chiefs don't like you either.
That's okay. Sometimes it's not meant to be.
It's your thing. What is it, 6 picks?
6, so I've been told.
So
6 picks.
I've told you a million. It's like a little tattoo that walks around with you, which is amazing. And they've got the Texans. That defense is no joke. I don't know how that's going to go.
Yeah, that's a tough one to pick. Houston's won, what now, 5 or 6 straight? They just beat Indy at home. Indy's on the decline a little bit. It's tough. At Arrowhead.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I had to pick, and this is not solely because I don't like the Chiefs. They've just been on the downside.
Justin.
I might go with Houston.
I'm putting my feet up here. Let's get to business.
Oh, okay.
What is your relationship with the Texans? Hide my lips.
What's my relationship with the Texans?
Let's just get to it here. We're dancing around. Jalen Reed, he's hurt. We don't have to zoom in on I don't know what we're doing here. I just wanted to kick my feet up.
Get her a UGG sponsor.
I'll say it. I do need an UGG sponsorship. What's your relationship with like Caserio? That front office? The fans want you. They've listen. Tyron was talking about going back to the Texans. It has not happened as of this yet. I'd like to see them make a Super Bowl run. Could you be the safety that ahead of Sunday Night Football? What a cute little thing. Caserio, Justin Simmons, line 1, come down here and play and pick off Mahomes under the bright lights of Collinsworth and Tirico.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I think it would be game-changing to play for D'Amico. I've heard nothing but great things. I've talked to Kareem all the time, Kareem Jackson. Obviously, his last legit year of playing, I know he was on Buffalo's practice squad a year ago, but before that, he was with Houston, and he was just like, man, you would love it there. The way that D'Amico has things going, the defense is flying around. It's simple. You can play fast. That would be a dream, right, to be able to go play with Houston. Right now, there's not much talk, but that could change now that they're back in the mix and hoping to make a run. So we'll see.
How do you know how to pick off Mahomes?
Yeah, everyone asks that, and I say the same thing every single time.
Well, now you got a team that might be watching, trying to get you to get him. So I'm just trying to revisit.
Yeah, no doubt. To Jalen Petrie, to Kalen Bullock, Stingley needs no help. He's top notch at going to go get the football. I would just say Mahomes is so aggressive, and I think we've seen that. Like, I don't know the stat, but I think he would be top 3 in most dropped interceptions. And that's not like saying he's a bad quarterback, obviously, in any way. I just think he's so aggressive and he trusts his players that if you're just around the football and you just catch the ball, you're going to get an interception. And I think that there's no hidden formula. Like I said that to a few guys that were prepping to play Kansas City this year. They were asking like, hey, give me a tip. And I'm like, I wish I could give you something profound. Like when he does a 3-step, it's 90% to the right, whatever it is, but it's not that. It's just he's so aggressive. He's going to make a play. He's going to try to make a play, and you can get an interception.
Is there a safety you've really loved watching this year?
There's a few. I got to shout out my guy for the same draft class, Kevin Byard. 6 interceptions in year 10.
He's awesome.
It has to be. With Chicago, a lot of people are writing him off. Unreal what Chicago's doing in general, but also what he's doing with Chicago. I got to shout out him. I've really enjoyed watching, I just said it a little bit ago, Kalen Bullock with Houston. I think he's been playing lights out. And then I trained with him, so I got to give him a big shout out just real quick. Ty Okada with Seattle has been playing unreal football. Seattle's defense in general has been playing unreal, but him specifically, he's been making play after play every single week, and that's really cool to see. So shout out to my guy, Ty.
When you're talking about making plays week in, week out, we have Marcus Jones on the show after this. And not the same position, of course. He plays corner, punt returner. He's crushing it. But you're a guy who made plays, can make, will make, Nick Casario. Nick Casario's going to kill me. You make plays every week. It's not, is it streakiness? Is it feeling it? I think we have, Marcus Jones is going to be joining the show here in a second. But it's like every week, and not all of a sudden, he's always had the talent. Something's working. What do you make of him? Have you watched him at all this year, even like last week? And I'm sure we have some footage we can show you. What do you make of Marcus Jones?
Yeah, I think you said it. You hit it on the head. Playmaker, right? Like right there with the PBU. I think in the return game, obviously, I would imagine most people watched that game on Monday night. I mean, the return for a touchdown, it's just like, it's like a nail in the coffin to the other team. Like when you're able to have a playmaker on the field to do things like that, it changes the dynamic of the game. And the fact that he's able to find the ball on defense too, PBUs, interceptions. We saw the one with the Bengals. Like those types of plays they're game-changing plays. They're not just momentum shifters. They're game-changing plays. And so having a guy like Marcus, I've been a fan for a while, and he's been a dynamic player. There's a few guys that I know at New England, and so that guy's an unreal player. And
he can play on offense. We were trying to this morning and yesterday. Every week, me and Hamilton are texting about him. I can't figure out the comp for Marcus Jones. It's giving Travis Hunter, but that's going the wrong way. It doesn't feel right. Is there a comp for this gentleman that I'm sure is watching or listening? Or Marcus, do you want to get in on this? Hey, Marcus, good to see you.
What's his comp?
What's up? How you guys doing?
2 playmakers. I'll just let you guys hang. But we need to come up with a good. Is there just no comp for you, Marcus?
I feel as though it's just like it's a no comp for me. It's hard because when you're a defensive guy playing offense and then also doing special teams and everything, it's like you don't really know who to comp with, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, but I can't think of one, which we love. Okay, Mr. Simmons, love your pod. Loved hanging out with you. I'm sure are you buying the Patriots?
I am. They're a great team, and it's not just because Marcus Jones is sitting on the other side of the screen right now and listening in. I'm obviously always going to root for my guys in Denver, but the Patriots are playing really good ball. Mike Vrabel's a BC guy. I've always supported him from day one. Harold Landry's a BC guy. He's on the team.
Oh gosh, yeah.
There's a lot to love with New England. They're in the mix.
And maybe the Texans will play them, and you'll be on the Texans, and then I want a nice Christmas gift under my Christmas tree. Justin Simmons, we love you. You know how to make plays. You're going to get back on the field. Can't wait to see, but love everything you're doing with X's and O's as well. Great to see you. Happy holidays.
Thanks, Kay. Happy holidays. Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. Up next, Marcus Jones, from game-changing playmaker to game-changing playmaker. We'll have them both. I do need an UGG sponsorship. Do you know how many people I've convinced on these Uggs?
Really?
They're out of production. You can't buy them anymore. I'm not kidding. They're the puff, like these super puff ones.
Why did they take them out of circulation?
I don't know, but they're like huge. This isn't even the color I want. They just ran out of the other color. They're like very tall, so people think that I'm tall when I wear them. But they're so comfortable, and I'm obsessed. And I was never an Uggs person, like when they were popular. Not that they're not popular Uggs. Call me. Excited to talk to Marcus.
Yeah.
Can we slate really quick?
Gillen hits it. And the return by Marcus Jones. He can fly. Still going. Still going. No flags. Touchdown, Patriots.
What would it be like to be an NFL player with it's still going, still going, fourth-year corner and returner for the New England Patriots, tied with Julian Edelman's record for the longest punt return in team history. Marcus Jones, it is so good to see you.
No, I appreciate you for having me. It's great to see you as well, for sure.
I'm just happy for you. I don't have a question. I don't know how to start this interview because you've always had the talent. It has always been there. You've always had like the great humanity part of your game and being a great guy and a leader and keeping what's important. It's been so amazing. What has it been like for you? As a fan, it's been great, but you have a very unique position, a very special season. What has that felt like to you?
It's been a blessing for sure. I would say, this is my first year being a captain. I've always been a guy that lead by example. So, having that C on my chest, it meant a lot from, the players in the locker room, trusting in me to be a leader of this team this year. And then also, man, just taking advantage of every opportunity that I get. I feel as though it came from OTAs, training camp, Braves getting in the building, bringing in the right people, and then coaching staff and everything. So, it's been great, but there's more to come for sure.
Career highs in interceptions, PBUs, TFLs. You've scored 3 touchdowns this year. Which on-field thing are you most proud of? Like when you make that kind of a play, I'll know you love it the most.
Yeah, I would say, as a defensive guy, I love making defensive plays. I would say that, returning is hard as well whenever it comes down to it in the National Football League. But I love when punters outkick their coverage. I would say that that helps me out a little bit, give me a little more time to read things. But I would say making plays on defense is the most fun for sure.
Do you think TFLs are underrated?
I think so. Yeah, I feel like, especially for DBs, most of the time we're the guys that are saving the play and everything, and being the last line of defense. But as a DB, having TFLs is hard to get.
No, having 6 of them is hard. You have 6. Having 6. You think I'm talking about TFLs in general? A corner having 6 is crazy and not talked about enough.
Yeah, it's hard. It's definitely hard. The people that know, they definitely understand, but the people that don't, yeah, it's difficult.
You said you're a defensive guy, and my head went right to offense. Like you are, but you're not a defensive guy. You can do it all, okay? I would like to talk about maybe why that isn't here anymore. I think I know, but in your words, why aren't they using you on offense anymore, Marcus?
Yeah, I would say, we got playmakers on the other side of the ball. I commend those guys. And, like I said, I'm a defensive guy. So, if they decide to put me on offense, then, that's one of them situations we'll get to it when we get to it. But, defense and special teams is what I'm here for.
What are you saying? They don't need you anymore?
Hey, they doing their thing, on offense and everything. So I commend 10 and all the guys that's on the offensive side.
Have you and Vrabel or you and Josh even talked about you on the offensive side of the ball? Because what we're talking about now is a great thing. They're doing their thing. You're doing your thing. You were needed to step up in those moments. You can if you're called upon. Have there been any discussion in 2025 about Marcus Jones on offense?
I would say earlier in the year, like OTAs, we talked about it a little bit and everything, but not ever since. So. Nah.
If you could drop one play for you on offense, like your dream play, what would it be?
I don't need anything too difficult. I would say something like a screen or a RPO or something like that.
Yeah. We listen, you could be the first player in NFL history to score touchdowns in all 3 phases of the season twice in your career. Dion, is the only other player who's ever done it once. You could be, I mean, I'm just saying, I know that this is like very not you and like not what you care about at all. I care about it. I'd like to see it happen, but you're definitely doing your thing. I know that you love music, okay? Marcus Jones, by the way, which is Elliot J, right? So everyone understands. Tell me about Elliot J.
Yeah, so that's my artist name. I actually went back to my normal name and everything. At first, I was like, I wanted to keep those two different people. But that's like my artist world, you know, producing, songwriting, all of those things. That's when I ended up using that name. And I've been around music for a little minute. My dad had turntables in the crib ever since I was little and stuff. And when it comes down to it, I just love the situation of music, of, you know, starting something from scratch and then making it to a beautiful creation. And then also remixing music. So, you know, people don't understand the importance and the thankfulness that they have for music until, you know, they're going through something or they're in a happy moment and it makes them want to dance. So music has been something that I've always loved.
Who is your, do you look at your Spotify Wrapped yet?
So, no, I haven't, but I've seen it all on everyone's feed. You know, they talk about the Spotify and then the Apple Music. I'll probably have Drake up there in the weekend. I would say that. I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm pretty sure those are the top guys that I've
You're too busy, and I don't even know if I would know how to look at mine. But in honor of Elliot J, you're covered by Music Foundation, which is amazing. We decided to make you a Spotify Wrapped-ish. Okay, this is sort of what we found. Okay, we're going to unwrap some of your most memorable stats of the season so far. Music, please. Marcus Jones, a.k.a. Elliot J. Your top speed, as we're seeing here, 20.86 miles per hour, which is the fastest you've run since your rookie year. You've traveled 11,960.4 yards on the field. That's longer than the distance it takes to get from one end of your hometown of Enterprise, Alabama to the other. And your career yards per punt return is 14.6, which is the best mark in NFL history by a pretty wide margin. Okay, let's go to another slide here on our Elliot J's explosive plays here. Here's your top three. You know these well. You lived them. You created them. Which one do you want to talk me through right now? You pick.
I would say number three. Say number three.
Okay, go ahead. Let's do your thing. This is your 33-yard pick six against the Bengals. Why'd you pick it? And let's talk through the play.
Yeah, I would say first off, they had a play action. So I seen basically Joe end up getting to his drop back and kind of going through his progressions and everything. And I knew they had a guy going to the flat, and I seen him go through the progression, and I was like, I'm pretty sure this is the last progression. So let me go ahead and, you know, start going that way and kind of baiting him a little bit. So it definitely worked out.
I was going to say, did you just totally bait Flacco here the way he hung back? I saw that.
Yeah, you got to in the National Football League. You know, you got to be smart about it and stuff. So there's a lot of guys with high IQ. So I try to make sure to take advantage of that opportunity.
Why do you think this is all happening for you week in, week out like this?
I feel as though, first off, man, I'm a faith-based person. So, you know, always, you know, every single day getting into that. And then also, man, consistency is a big thing. I was blessed enough to have parents to, you know, let me know about the situation of complacency and not getting complacent. So every single day, man, I'm trying to work, get better, help the people that surround me, and then kind of just go from there.
Are you allowed to take naps?
Am I allowed to?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I am. I'm allowed to.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I am.
What's like if you went up to Vrabel and said, I think I'm going to go home and take a nap, how would that go? Would he say, okay, enjoy that? Or like, what's the nap thing?
Yeah, so like I wouldn't tell him that I want to take a nap. That's just me. Whenever I go to work, I'm not taking no naps. But whenever I get home, then I'll take a nap.
Got it. What's his problem with naps?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I feel as though everyone's, you know, coaching and anyone in the building, like naps, you know, that's something that you could do at home. Make sure you get your sleep whenever you get back to the crib. But whenever you're at work, it's time to work. So I understand that. So
what's like Vrabel's thoughts on this bye week? You know what I mean? Because I very much understand his like momentum. We've won 10 in a row. Let's keep going. Is there a world where you guys don't love this bye week? It might not be good.
No, I wouldn't say that. You know, whenever he talked to us about the bye week, he talked about, you know, spending time with family, you know, your loved ones. Take advantage of the opportunity that you get with this break. Make sure, you know, you don't sit down and not do anything. So I feel as though we have some guys that, you know, have been in this situation of knowing the importance of the bye week and making sure that you don't take the whole break off. And then we have some guys that, basically stay in contact with other teammates and stuff and make sure that they're doing good.
Like, what's the key to not losing that momentum in that building? Like, what's been, like, staying connected, it sounds like? Because you have to get away. I think it comes at the perfect time. And there's health there. You've got the Bills, I think, on the other side of that. Like, I don't know you're saying you like this bye week for you.
I would say it's definitely helpful for us, especially with the National Football League, the schedule, whenever you had a late bye week, most of the time it's needed for a lot of people. Being able to get that recovery and being able to reset everyone's mind of like, all right, spend time with that family and then come back and then we're right back to work. So.
Yeah, you're talking about all these guys on this roster, like they've been here before. Like, you've never played in the playoffs.
Yeah. That's the thing that people talk about.
It's not cemented yet. It's ahead. It's there for you. What do you think? As I said that, you started SLATE. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I think, if you always stay prepared and everything, you shouldn't have to worry too much about, all right, this is the playoffs. Like, the next important game and everything like that is the next game. That's the main mindset. And if you have that mindset, which I've talked to, other people that's been in the playoffs and even in the Super Bowl, I've had guys that been a part of the dynasty and, they talk about preparation. And whenever you do that, it's not anything crazier of like, oh my gosh, we're in the playoffs. It's like, hey, how you treat the regular season, like you need to do that every single time. So whenever you do get to the playoffs and everything like that, it's like you already got your mind in the right place.
You've been waiting 4 years for the playoffs. You're going to be particularly shot out of a cannon. It's not a question. I don't need you to say anything here. I just want to mark this moment that when you play in that playoff game, it is going to be so fun to watch. You will be the most fun player to track as a fan on the field because you're downplaying it, which is fine. But I can't wait to see. That's my freeze frame. That's all I needed. That's perfect. So you're lots being talked about with your coach. Even your OC. What's going on that side of the ball? I was reading something from Christian Gonzalez that my producer Tiara put in front of me, and it was just sort of about how Christian welcomes the Vrabel trash talking during practice and how Vrabel knows how to fire everyone up. It's not every coach that talks trash to their squad to know exactly what button to push. Can you sort of like help paint me that? Like write me that song. Like what is the best example that you can give me, or just the one that comes into your head, of coach getting under your guys' skin to make you better?
Yeah, I would say whenever we're at practice, like he would literally let the scout team, quarterback know and be like, hey, throw at 7, throw at 0, throw at 25, anytime you get, every single time. It's the standard that he has for us. And, we respect it. And whenever we do, give up a pass, he lets us know about it. And we love it. It's the competitive nature. So whenever we do catch a pick or something, we might punt the ball across the field or something just to, show a little trash talk against him too. So that helps out a lot. Yeah, like we have certain situations to where, we're just competitive whenever we're on the field. And I love it. And we all do. So, I respect it for sure.
The whole country knows what your quarterback is doing right now. It's incredible. The performance, primetime Monday, of course, the Bills. I want to know, what is the most MVP thing that he has done off the field? And I don't want to hear poise, and I don't want to hear maturity. What is he the MVP of off the field?
Yeah, I would say, man, the things that he's doing in the community as well. A lot of people overlook certain things like that, but I would say, him as a person, checking in with people, just how he handles himself is the main thing as well. But I would say the community, a lot of people that's in his shoes, sometimes it's hard for them to also do a lot of things in the community because quarterbacks, man, they have to be in the film room 24/7, not really doing too many extracurricular activities other than being a quarterback, being in the film room, kind of going from there. But, things that he does off the field is, remarkable as well.
Does he come into your meetings on defense?
No, he don't need to be in our meetings. Mm-hmm. No, he go over there.
Go over there.
On the office side, do what you need to do.
Listen, I spent time in Foxborough. There's not that much to do up there. Like there's, you guys really have each other. You mentioned he checks in on people. What did you mean by that?
Just asking like how people doing. I would say how everyone's significant other is doing as well. So things like that. That's important. That's showing him as a person. So that's important for sure.
Marcus, you guys are 6-0 on the road this year. Lots being talked about. Of course, you've got like home field in front of you. There's a lot of things that aren't in your control. You guys are taking it game by game. Trust me, I know. Do you feel like the Patriots play better on the road?
I feel that's a great question. I feel like whenever you are away, it's one of those situations to where people overlook, the situation of like, all right, this is the visitors team, and you're going into someone else and you're trying to get a W. So it's more pressure that comes into it in a sense. But whenever we're at home and whenever we're away, we're literally trying to win the game. That's 24/7. We don't really care what atmosphere it's at, what stadium and everything. Of course, whenever we're playing at home, we got the fans on the defensive side, making it harder for the opposing teams, and the momentum goes from there. But we have to bring our own energy whenever we're playing away, and we've been doing a good job at doing that and making plays. What's
been the difference with the fans as far as like having home field playing? I noticed it watching, we have Gronk on our show every week, so when he was there for that Thursday night game against the Jets, I was like, oh my gosh, it looks like Brady's Foxborough right now. Like, they're winning, the crowd is going, like that, they're behind you. How has that been special for you in your eyes this year, given that you've been there these seasons where you're less than rebuilding like you are now?
I would say, man, anytime there's a play, the fans are loud. Like,
that must be
they're
awesome
doing
for
it.
you.
They're bringing their energy. We love it. Defense-wise, like, they're literally making the opposing team call timeouts. That's critical in certain situations. And then also, I would say even away games, like whenever we played at Tampa, like you can hear the Patriot fans like yelling defense. And it's like, we're actually at Tampa, and it sounds like almost a home game. So
wow.
We respect and love the fans for traveling. So, man, I commend them for sure.
Can you tell me a little bit before you go about Covered by Music?
Yeah, Covered by Music Foundation, man. We help the underlooked and overlooked kids in the Boston community, teach them about engineering, songwriting, producing. And the main thing that we want to do is just help with collaboration, teaching them different ways to learn about music, express their emotions with music, and then teach them about teamwork, because whenever you get into the real world, everything is a collaborative process, and we want kids to understand that the creative process can also come with collaboration. So that's our thing, and we want to make sure to implement a lot of things in real world into the music, and then help the kids, build their legacy that they would like to build.
There's mentorship, there's transformative skills for youth, which we love. So when you have this bye week and you get back and it's the Bills and you're out there pregame with headphones on, what do I know that you're listening to?
See, I don't know if you're going to know what I'm listening to.
What's that supposed to mean, Marcus?
I don't know.
Tell me.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Tell me who. Tell me what.
I'll probably say I've been listening to Hovey a lot. So Christian rap, I've been listening to that.
It's called Holy, H-O-L-Y?
No, Hovey, H-U-L-V-E-Y.
H-U-L-V-E-Y, okay.
Yeah, he's a Christian rapper.
Okay,
so
I see it. I got it.
And then
what's the song?
Say,
Altar, No Longer Bound, Walk. Which one am I adding to?
No Longer Bound is a good song.
Okay, I'm adding that one. Got it. What else you got?
I got, I listen to Forrest Frank as well. Forrest Frank got some good music and everything.
Don't know who. Oh, I know who Forrest. I do know Forrest Frank.
Yeah, I would say you do know Forrest Frank. Yeah.
You're like, come on, Kay, pretend. No, I know Forrest Frank. Okay, I'm liking Hulvey. This is Forrest Frank. Yes. What are you getting Imani for Christmas? Most importantly.
I would say I'm gonna get her. We're in the process of getting a crib together and everything. So I'm gonna try to find out what's the best way and then go from there.
You guys are getting a house? Hold on. Forrest Frank, what do I know from Lemonade? I know Forrest Frank.
Oh, yeah. Lemonade, yeah.
Marcus, I'm cool, okay? You're the absolute best. What are you doing bye week? What are you doing? Actually, don't tell me because Rabel's going to get mad about it. Don't tell me.
Oh, no, spending time with my family. So spending time with my son.
Marcus, that's the right answer. That is the right answer, and no naps. Don't you dare take a nap. We're so happy for you. Covered by Music, guys. Check it out. It's a great foundation. Enjoy spending time with your family, and we'll see you week 15 against the Bills, and then I'll see you in the playoffs. Shot out of a cannon.
Appreciate you.
God bless. Happy holidays. He's the best. We just love it. So great. Great interview. Loved him. Great.
We'll see him take a screen to the house in that Bills game, too.
Can I see the Gronk props? Can we do that here or no? Never mind.
The props? Yeah.
Welcome back to the show. Big thanks to Marcus Jones. Patriots fans are going to love that. That was so fun. Very easy to root for. Very fun to watch. Okay? You don't need that interview to have him be one of your favorite players to watch. Amazing. And Justin Simmons. Texans? The fans want it, right?
Yeah. They have
What's
a
going
need
on
in
there?
that second.
Is anybody biting on him?
The Eagles fans want him too.
Yeah, but all quiet on the telephone lines? Maybe he needs to check his service. We'll be back tomorrow, Kevin Durant.